Hello, everyone. Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle, and we have a very interesting request from one EP09, as you can see here. And if you do not, or if you're not subscribed to EP09, go over there. This guy has up-to-date news, videos, things of that nature, podcasts. Guys like Bob Ciccarello are on there. He wanted to see Michal Krizo from the Prague Pro 2023 versus this Martin Fitzwater, who took a fantastic fourth place at the Olympia. Actually, I found a file photo, and this was from my own personal log, so I believe I was on this cruise, if I'm not mistaken. We'd go and we'd look for gold, things of that nature, and EP09 was our captain. And, he'd lighten the mood often, playing us a tune, things of that nature. Boy, we had some good journeys. But anyway, on with this comparison. The front double bicep pose, Michal Krizo is an absolute beast in the arm department. Structurally speaking, he is a monster as well. But the thing of Martin Fitzwater is, or the thing about him is, he's not that tall. And you're thinking, well, he's going to be outsized. Then you see him standing next to these seemingly bigger guys, and he ends up looking pretty gosh darn good, I gotta tell you. The quad department on this guy, out of sight. And if he can make Michal Krizo's quads look not quite so big on a much larger frame, Krizo would be in trouble, would he not? And I found it interesting. I don't want to be disrespectful to Martin Fitzwater, but he doesn't have the best arms. The lineups of the Olympia right now, they don't have the best arms. We have Krizo with a fantastic set, some of the best in the IFBB, Nick Walker as well. Both of those guys not in the Olympia this year. So that's all I'm saying. The lineups, things of that nature. But Martin, next to Krizo, his arms really don't look that bad. But man, oh man, I would love to see Krizo nail his condition and get his wheels in a little bit bigger. He would be the beast that we all want to see. Go to the front lat spread. And kind of the same thing here. When I see the wheels, Martin Fitzwater really comes out impressive to me. But in this situation, I kind of like the upper body a little bit better for Krizo. Even though in that front double, Martin, his V-taper was winning, I would suggest. But here, I don't know, Krizo looks so big in his clavicle width that, and in both situations, you don't really see the Dorian-esque type lats. Hey, not everybody is built like Dorian Yates. But yeah, Krizo, I'd give him an edge in the front lat spread. But guys, that's out of the first two shots. Hey, I'm not being mean to you Krizonites, because I know there's a lot of you guys out there, but his conditioning, it's just not going to be what Martin Fitzwater represents. Or presents. Sorry. He represents thin skin, just like in glaciers. Turn to the side chest development. Both guys, upper body wise, these are the best two side chests. Samson, I'm sure there's another couple that I'm not thinking of right now. But these are the best of the best that the IFBB has to offer. Look at the arms. Look at the arms. Look at the chests. Great big men's. But when you look at the lower half, again, not only size-wise, but smoothness as well. Krizo's legs are a little bit smoother than one fartin' Martin. And Martin, I like that he grew his side piece hair back. Let it grow a little bit. Oh, bring the balding look back, Martin. You can do it. I wanted Chris Bumstead to do it, and he didn't. Went and got plugs. And ruined that dream of mine. An odd dream to have. But anyway, yes, you know my opinion on this. Not a Krizo hater. Love Krizo. Just need to see a little bit more conditioning and size in those wheels. Turn around, Krizo turns around on the side tricep, and I apologize here. Krizo always confuses me. He turns around and shows the other leg. Now, if he could pose this side to the side chest, I find this leg, and Jay Cutler was the same thing. One of his wheels looked a lot better. Even looked more conditioned. And the way Martin Fitzwater is striking this pose, hey, I'm not telling the guy what to do. He is a top IFBB pro. And maybe the standard way just does not jive with his physique. But judging by the side chest that he does, probably would. Might look better than this. I don't know. I'm not saying this sucks. But I'm just saying, that Krizo, he's winning. He's winning on the wheels. He's winning on the upper body. He's huge. Very impressive. Now this is the Krizo that we all, we dream about. We want to see this. We want to see this walk out on stage and boom. Could even beat Samson. Could you? Oh, that would be good. That would be good. Two great big bruisers. Go to the back because I'm sure this is night for Krizo. Martin Fitzwater, some of the best thin skin, the best back that you're ever gonna see in that sense. Maybe not the widest, but he's pretty good actually. This rear lat spread impressed me so much better than the New York that it's not even funny. He wasn't opening up properly. Like the big guy come right up. And this is one of those situations again, guys. And we've seen this with Andrew Jack, other big guys. When you see a big dude, he needs to have a bigger back than the small guy. And that's just not the situation here. You know what? Krizo is conditioning from behind the glutes. He doesn't have the separation in the hamstrings, but he's actually quite conditioned. So conditioning is not that, it's not really a problem from behind for Krizo. From the side chest point of view, I could definitely use some more conditioning. Hey, who can't use more conditioning in their physique? Need more thickness in those lats, though, I can tell you that. Go to the rear double. Oh. This is an enigma. I think that Martin is one of those dudes that his back lat spread is better than his rear double. And the funny thing is, if you ask me after the New York Pro, I would have told you his rear lat was the worst of the two, and his rear double was the better shot. But I think he's leaning back a little bit too much. Still probably getting an overall victory due to the condition plus. But like I mentioned earlier, Krizo, he doesn't have the separation, but his conditioning, it's in, guys. It's in. And I think we're ignoring the fact that Krizo's rear double is a far better shot than his rear lat spread. He's got those delts, some of the peakiest, freakiest delts that you're ever gonna see in bodybuilding. He crouches his back, or his delts, he pushes his delts back too far. He doesn't open up his lats as much. So I would like to see that on... Listen to me over here, sitting on my chair. I'd like to see this, and I'd like to see that. But I do think that Krizo, he saves himself in this rear double bi, because that rear lat spread was all she wrote. Anyway, abs and thigh, I think we've already made a decision on this, and I'm not being a Krizo hater, guys, so please don't accuse me of that. Actually, go ahead. It's comments. The abs themselves, Krizo's got a decent waistline. Not bad separation in the abs. Needs to be a little tighter. Martin Fitzwater, obviously in that sense, he is more conditioned. His abs are bubbling out a little bit more. More separation, things of that nature. And his V-taper's a little bit better as well. Krizo can handle himself as far as the quads are concerned. But Martin Fitzwater, I think he more than handles the situation in that aspect. Wow. Did Martin bring a crisp version of himself to the Olympia. And then the most muscular to end this one off. And I try to choose a hands clasped. And this is more of a crab, to tell you the truth. It's a hand on the hip for Martin. He's leaning forward, showing those traps a little bit. Of course, Krizo's traps can't help but bulge out there as well. Martin looks like some sort of alien creature when he hits this. Nobody hits this variation quite like Martin, and I think it is an advantage to him. He just looks so hard and separated, but you gotta love Michal Krizo in the hands clasped. Look at those arms. And we're finishing this one off with a crab position most muscular, a situation where Krizo, he does win a lot of these shots. Is he going to beat the guy even if he's winning in all of the shots? Well, you gotta realize, guys, the judges, if they see a condition edge, that thin skin, you can see right through it. You're just pounding your body with abuse of dieting. No more carbs. No more of this. And it's not the easiest thing in the world. These guys definitely deserve credit. And when they are more conditioned, the judges do give it to the person. And obviously Martin Fitzwater, he is beating Krizo. But there's a couple of other issues here. Krizo, I mean, let's face it. You got the best arms. You look at the lineups today. Who's beating you in the arms? Well, Nick's not even going to be there. Nick doesn't go to the Olympias. Nathan Diasha Part 2. So nobody's beating you in the arms. You don't even need to train arms. Delts too. The whole arms, the whole package, chests. Just focus on those wheels and the back. And I'm telling you right now, and condition, I guess, coming peeled. He's pretty peeled from behind, if you ask me. And wow, Krizo, he could be the next big thing. But like I said, he's got to worry about the legs and the back. And just forget about the arms altogether. You could leave those arms alone for a while. Obviously, he was injured, so he's going to have to train back up. But you'd be surprised how fast he'll bounce back. But as he gets back on his training regimes, things of that nature, regiments, yeah, legs, back. And then watch out IFBB. Not only Martin, but Samson as well. Oh, what a dream matchup that would be. Have a nice one, guys.